So I'll just quickly mention these ones. So there's, what they say is these 5 stages in the adoption process. So no matter where you sit, you sort of go through these 5 phases on a personal level. So knowledge, the stage when someone is first aware of a technology. Persuasion, the stage when someone actively seeks more information about a technology. You start Googling the product, that sort of thing. Decision, when you make a decision to adopt or not to adopt, based upon the goods and the bads. Implementation, when you actually put the technology into practice. And then confirmation, the final stage where someone will make a decision to continue using the technology. Pokemon Go. Give me a wave if back like a year and a half ago when it was a big thing. It was a big thing back in 2016, the first quarter of 2016, I think. That's when it kind of first came out. Give me a wave if you're a Pokemon goer. Yeah, I must have dropped maybe $1,000 on that thing, I reckon. Just buying, Pokeballs and all that sort of stuff. Incense. Crazy. And I stopped using it after like, 3 months. What level you'll get up to? Who got past level 20? Oh, really? What'd you get up to? 33. 33. Wow, you must have no life.
No, he's kidding.
33. That's amazing. Anyway, yeah, so you can kind of see how this stuff fits in here. And this is really interesting because this went viral very quickly. And people are still playing Pokemon Go, right? It's crazy. Look, if you overlay this with the standard product life cycle, if we're talking about marketing, if this is a marketing class, you'd be all familiar with this kind of curve. It's different from the innovation curve. It's a standard product life cycle template. When you have a new product, it goes through these phases. It goes through a growth phase, a maturity phase, and then people stop using it, right? It goes through a decline phase. Think of Pokemon Go as an example. So for Pokemon Go, this was pretty quick. It was like a matter of 6 months or so, 8 months, until it kind of phased out. So what do when the product life cycle goes down? When sales start to go down, people stop buying incense in the store. They release an extension. They give you more Pokemon, for example, more new things you can do, more features, right? And that's just a clever way to keep you using the product. And they might go, and this has its own curve. As this goes down as well, they'll release new extensions to keep you using the product. That's why they bring out an iPhone every year. Okay, they're not stupid. They want your money, right? So they'll release updates and things, to keep you using the product. So it's interesting when you consider this overlaid with the innovation cycle as well. You get these interesting products that go viral very quick. Innovators stop using them quick. I think when you've got something that's, I think innovators have a very short attention span. They'll just move on to the next thing. So, I only used it, like I said, for a couple of months, and then I got bored of it, and then moved on to the next thing. But there are some people still playing it right now. It's crazy. Okay, so so at this point here, I put this in because sometimes we have to use things. We've got compulsory sort of systems and technologies that we have to use. It's maybe a part of our work. Sometimes it's voluntary. So think about the stuff that you have to use. You've got to use the Griffith portal, by the way, because if you don't, you can't access your marks, you can't enroll. So that's like a forced technology on you. You have to adopt that no matter what. But then there's voluntary technology, things you buy personally. So that's an important consideration. In IT land, like I've been involved in a bunch of IT projects, and we talk about IT failures. We talk about IT systems failing to do what they're supposed to do and not being adopted. I've been involved in many projects where we've developed a piece of technology, and after a year or so, no one uses it. It's got poor usability, it's hard to use, it's difficult, it doesn't do the thing that they expected it to do, and so IT fails for many different reasons. I guess this is one of them, this adoption. So we'll go down to this next part. So applying this stuff. So if you want to apply this concept when you're developing a piece of technology, you need to understand attitudes and adoption patterns, attitudes towards technology for your target group, demographic information including education, work patterns, social networks, and previous experience. Okay, so let me give you an example because it's the easiest way to look at this. Let's say you're developing technology that's pitched towards the elderly. Like for example, you're developing some technology because old people fall over, and so you want to create like a wearable so that if it detects that a person's in trouble, they can hit a button and then it immediately contacts the first 5 people in their call list to say, grandma's fallen over, you know. I'm just making this up as I go on. So you want to pitch that, you want to develop this piece of technology, right? Wearables for old people, for personal safety around the home. So you need to understand adoption patterns and attitudes. And that's a hard group to pitch to, the elderly, because they're probably going to be laggards. So you need to understand that target group. Attitudes towards technology. So you're going to have to understand how they feel about change, their motivation, demographic information as well. Many elderly people are on a budget, so you're probably going to want to understand that they're probably not going to pay thousands of dollars for a piece of tech, especially one that's new, and if they're a laggard. And previous experience with both technology and adoption. Think about how many old people have phones. Probably not as many as you think. So let's have a look at another case study. This is one of my Kickstarters, something that I backed. It's actually pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to getting it. It's called Nokia. But I want to just show you this quick video, and then I'm going to talk about. I've got just a handout we can have a look at in terms of demographics. Okay, so I'll play this.
We are surrounded by technology. It's entering our homes and